Hey, good morning. Welcome to the JeepSolid Garage. Today's the day. Finally, we're going to be laying some paint on my project Jeep. I'm going to be laying down 3 light coats of this high build primer on my project here. Honestly, I'm a little bit nervous about it because I'm not a professional painter. I have painted a vehicle before and it turned out great, but one little mistake, you can get some runs, you can mess something up and set yourself back. I hope I don't have any of those problems. I'm going to take you guys through my gun setup, the mixing of the paint, going through the painting process. Let's get to it. Wish me luck. First thing I need to do is finish setting up my gun here. This has a 1.8 tip on it, which is a good size for this high build primer because it's pretty thick. There's actually quite a bit difference between this thick primer that I'm using and then the paint we're going to use. The paint just so much thinner, so that takes a little bit of getting used to. Let's get a little Teflon tape on here and get all our fittings secure. Now on my spec sheet here, it does say the gun tip size 1.7 to 2.0. I'm 1.8, so that's perfect. Air pressure at the gun, 26 to 29. So I'll probably shoot for about 27. Last time I painted, I did end up with a few fisheye little water spots. I do have a filter next to my air compressor, but I needed to add an additional filter right here. This should help prevent any of those fisheyes. Little filter right here, right on the inlet. So our pressure adjustment is right here. I've got it set about 27 with the trigger fully depressed. The needle will drop a little bit, but that's right about where I want it. Now my fluid flow right here, I've got this opened up wide open. What you do is you back that off, depress your trigger all the way, tighten that down until it stops, and that's your full flow right there. Spin this down just to lock that in place. And then our fan adjustment is right here on the side. Now, right before I start, I'm going to give everything one last wipe down with wax and grease remover because this has been sitting for about 2 days now, so a little bit of dust collected on it or something. Just want to get everything wiped down perfectly clean. All right, we're back. We're done with those 3 coats of paint, and honestly, initially I was a bit deflated, defeated, a little worried because I felt like I had a little bit too much orange peel look. I'll give you guys a close-up here. A little bit too much of an orange peel look, just kind of that rough looking, bumpy, looks like a surface of an orange. I was like, oh no, I did something wrong. The pressure was right. Was my distance too far, too close? Was the paint too thick? What did I do wrong? So I was honestly pretty deflated, like, oh no, I'm gonna be doing a lot of sanding and have to redo it. I went to the paint store and talked to the pros there. They are the pros. And the guy there gave me total reassurance. He's like, no, that's absolutely normal. Like, your finish is good. You are gonna have to resand it, which we knew, but it's normal to have a little bit of that orange peel look after you do those layers of primer. I could have thinned it down a little bit more, maybe got a little bit closer with my gun to get a little bit less orange peel, but it's to be expected. Like, he's like, no, you're good. You're gonna have to sand it anyways before you can do your base coat. But so that lifted my spirits back up. Moral of the story, don't be afraid to try something new. Like, when I'm doing projects like this, I'm not an expert at this by any means, but I'm not afraid to try it. And you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna mess things up. You're gonna have to redo things on occasion, but that's how you gain skill. You're never gonna take on a new project, something brand new you've never done, although I have painted before, and just master it the first time. That's how you learn. So you almost have to expect to fail, run into some problems, and just kind of be okay with it and learn from it. So I'm actually now happy with how it turned out, how it looks. I can proceed with sanding it. I'm gonna sand it with some 320 and then 600 just to kind of smooth out some of that little bit of the orange peel, try to get that nice smooth surface. So thank you guys so much for your support. Check out my next video right here and have a good day. Whew.